Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Lunchbox Lounges. I'm one of your hosts, Brad, and
I'm the other host, Jordan.
sorry, I was giving it 5 seconds.
Just go.
Alright. So basically, the Lunchbox Lounges is a passion project that we spoke about on a late night car ride one time, and it was kind of a joke, and it's actually turned into a real thing because we bought all the equipment.
Yeah, it has.
We're gonna have to bleep that. Yeah. So basically, it's just speaking about the latest in pop culture news and just getting shit. I mean, we don't necessarily, have to have a whole bunch of listeners, but if we have friends and stuff that listen to, it's something.
I'm sure you don't care, but
yeah, at the end of the day, it's something we want to do.
Yeah.
So
as long as we're listening,
we don't give a. Yeah. So first on the agenda today is Star Citizen, was it?
Yeah, it's Star Citizen. Its crowdfunding has now passed 250 million.
Which is for a budget for a game. It's more than a movie.
Well,
a lot. That's more than like Justice League.
Justice League was 300 million, I believe. But
oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. It was, wasn't it?
It's pretty.
Just ignore me.
It's still a big amount for a game, considering it was raised by just people.
Well, just people, exactly.
Like I could have donated the money.
And what was it? It's been 8 years.
Yeah.
See, I've only seen a little bit of gameplay, which I think was your gameplay, actually.
Yeah, it
was
probably me.
Yeah, it was probably that one. I think I've only seen a bit. It looks pretty interesting. Like, I'd be keen to play it.
We should probably address. I've done a bit of YouTube, but it's all a bunch of like the amounts of YouTube.
Yeah, it's only like little
I never really
videos.
talked. I'm too scared to talk. I'm here now.
Yeah, it's basically, it was like glitches and stuff like
yeah,
that.
just
they
like
used to put up back in the day.
Yeah, one of them's got 1 million. Weird flex. But yeah, Brad hasn't done YouTube too much. We should probably introduce ourselves. We already did, yeah.
Yeah, we already did, yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. No, I only got one YouTube video, and that was the one that.
You've got a YouTube video?
Yeah, it was like a guitar cover of a Motley Crue song.
Look at this guy.
We don't need to talk about that though.
I'll put it in the description.
So basically, yeah, no, Star Citizen. That is obviously an impressive budget, but at the same time, that would piss me off.
It's an impressive budget, but it's also a budget that was raised by people like you and me.
Yeah.
And they haven't really done much with it, which is kind of just a scummy move on the company.
From what I heard, it's like, not necessarily. Well, yeah, at this point, I guess hurry up. But at the same time, it doesn't sound like they've done much at all.
Look, I've played it a couple times over the last 3 years. There's not much to it. It's all right. You'll go around. There's sort of like a hub you can walk around. I didn't get too far, so I can't really judge too much. But from what I played, there's not much to it.
Yeah.
Or if there is much to it, it's not an easy learning curve.
Yeah. I heard, people were saying they went back to go play it, and it's just pretty much the same thing with just a couple of added stuff through updates and stuff like that.
Like, I've seen some of the updates that they come out with, just like it pops up on YouTube, and you'll watch what pops up. Update 1.4, and you'll see it, and it'll just be like, oh my god, they introduced planets. Oh my god, they're sick.
Yeah.
And then you'll open it, and you'll be like, that looks pretty nice. Stop taking a photo, bro.
Sorry, but that was actually pretty gold.
Yeah, they'll add planets or something in. And other than that, the news is sort of just moot after
it's pretty divided.
a week. You just forget that the game even existed after that first announcement. And then it's just back to your life. At this point, No Man's Sky has made more progress. Yeah,
definitely. I actually didn't think. I thought it was just going to be basically what Anthem is at the moment, and just not bother doing anything with it. But they've pretty much overhauled the whole game by the looks of it. It took them a little bit, but
yeah, No Man's Sky.
I'd buy it now. I would buy it now for sure.
Well, I was kind of an idiot and bought it at its full $60 price tag.
Yeah, you did.
But I am kind of annoyed I bought it at that price tag. But it has gotten better, and I'm happy with my purchase. but I wasn't happy with my purchase at that time. The company shouldn't be forgiven for what they did at that time, but they're all right now, in my book.
What's next?
Half-Life 3 / Alyx.
So this is one I wanted to talk about because I have a little bit of... I can't really talk too much on it only because I've never really played Half-Life. I think I played maybe 2 missions through Lunchbox. I think that was the one you got on the 360. Yeah. I've played a bit on that and it looks fun. I can understand why people really enjoy it and they want that third game. But it's like what happened not long ago is Medal of Honor came back. And obviously Medal of Honor hadn't been around for years, for a while at this
That's
point.
coming back now, yeah.
They came back, yeah, but it's just a VR game. Which kind of bugs me because obviously not all of us have VR and it's expensive to get VR.
It's a really heavy entry point.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure I don't know for a fact that you can't use any other VR equipment other than Valve's, but what it seems like is Valve has this thing called the Valve Index, which has like full finger tracking support and everything, so everything is tracked on your hands.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can use I've got a Vive headset and the controllers, but I don't know if you can use that for Half-Life Alyx.
Okay.
But apparently the sales for the Valve Index did shoot up. I know you can't buy it in Australia and a lot of other countries, which is kind of stupid. But they did bring it out in those countries. But they're not allowing it in any other countries, and the sales did shoot up. But, it doesn't matter what you're actually going to be using.
Yeah.
From what it seems like they're saying, you can use the Vive controllers, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, no. I don't have beef with VR. I just think it's weird to do what they're doing. Which, don't get me wrong, the Half-Life... what's it called again?
Alyx.
Half-Life Alyx looks pretty impressive for a VR game. But at the same time, I feel like the fans seem somewhat accepting of it. We wanted Half-Life 3, but okay, we'll just take what we can get. But, it bothers me. But in saying that, if they're planning on doing an actual Half-Life 3, then whatever, really.
At this point, if they're going to develop games like this, not just VR,
Yeah.
If they're going to start developing games again, because Valve's been on fucking hiatus for how long?
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
When was their last proper game? I'm going to say it was
Valve.
Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Yeah.
Which was 2000 and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. But if it's been that long and they've just started getting back into it now, I even saw Gaben, even put out an announcement saying that VR has revitalized all the joy in the company. They enjoy developing games again. So that's I could see this being
a common trait.
Yeah, it'll be it'll bring back life into their company to make more games. So if Half-Life Alyx is just sort of a side game for the Half-Life series, and then Half-Life 3, a standalone game for consoles and PC comes out, preferably just PC. No, I'm joking. I'm okay with PC. Nothing wrong with PC, the consoles. But yeah, I could see it bringing out more games for Valve in the long run. Yeah. I don't see it just being a one-off.
There's no issue if they end up becoming some kind of VR-based company.
I could see that happening as well.
Yeah, I reckon people would still buy their money.
Valve has enough money to just be F you to everyone else.
Yeah.
And stop.
Yeah.
They have Steam and they could just stop.
Yeah.
But it's okay for them to do that. I'm completely okay with it. I don't agree with a lot of things they do, but it's kind of their problem.
Yeah.
But in the long run, they can make games and still continue their Steam route, but they choose not to.
Oh, okay.
My main problem with that is that they aren't really they're transparent with what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's the way you say it, or the other way around. They're not transparent enough. But
Transparent's like see-through.
I know.
I
don't know which way you're supposed to say it, but like they're not being fully.
They're not subtle about what they're doing.
I don't know.
They're not discreet.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, we'll fuck
they're not being clear enough as to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Are you making games or are you not making games?
Yeah,
yes.
like
that's what their response is.
Doing hokey pokey, just 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of thing.
Yeah, they won't say if they're making games. They also won't say if they're not making games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now we have like confirmation that they're at least working on Half-Life Alyx, which looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Let's talk about that for a bit. Like, you've watched the trailer, yes?
Yeah.
Hey.
Twice.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times. There's an Australian guy in it, isn't there? Or at least Australian or New Zealand. From memory, from what I've seen, he's the guy who like throws the gun out, and he's like, "Here, it's not loaded."
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, now it's not loaded,"
Yeah.
and then like fires. Yeah, he seems like he's gonna be an alright dude. I'll trust him.
Yeah. No, like don't get me wrong, I'd play it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I've actually got a VR. Like,
Yeah, well, you could play it in a heartbeat at least.
cost a ton of money, but
Yeah.
I've got a VR. But
Is it what is sequel set between something?
it's a prequel sequel. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I'll bring it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll just quickly look it up. Yeah. So Half-Life Alyx is set between Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
Oh, okay.
So prior to Half-Life 2, which is the main one everyone bangs on about.
Yeah.
And rightly so, because it's a pretty good game. But I don't know for sure that the original voice actors aren't coming back. But from the trailer, it doesn't seem like they're coming back. Because it doesn't sound like them.
Oh, okay.
Even Alyx and Alyx's dad, I think it's Eli, they don't sound anything
the
like
same.
each other. That might just be because they're trying to like put on a voice because it's set prior.
Prior, yeah.
But I also think it's just because they got new voice actors.
Oh, fair enough.
Or the original voice actors refused to return. Because I know a lot of the people from Valve left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't want to come back. Well, I don't know if they didn't want to come back, but they left the company.
Mm.
Either because Valve wasn't doing anything with their games, or Valve was just... I don't know. Who knows what Valve was doing. But as of right now, Half-Life Alyx looks like it's going to be the sort of feature game for VR.
There was a worry about it because apparently its window releases right up there with Cyberpunk. Maybe a week apart, I'm not 100%.
That'll probably damage sales too.
Well,
I don't know. Both of them are pretty big games, but it's also a heavy entry point for pricing.
Yeah, exactly.
As to VR.
Yeah.
So I reckon it'll honestly affect Half-Life Alyx's.
Yeah.
Like sales more, but Cyberpunk... Let's talk about Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. No.
I've got a bone to pick with Cyberpunk.
First of all, the microtransactions. Apparently,
that's not confirmed. It's just sort of like something they're considering for multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the thing they've said. It's not in the game immediately.
Yeah,
it will come in
because multiplayer's not even coming when the game's coming out.
I don't know if it has anything. I'm not sure if it's a multiplayer. Oh, it might be, but I think it's a cosmetic thing. Which is, yeah, like, I don't know. It's weird. It sounds pointless.
Honestly, cosmetics are fine to me.
Cosmetics are pointless, but
like
most of
this whole loot box fiasco and all that. I have a problem with loot boxes, but I also don't.
Yeah.
I have a problem with loot boxes in games that are paid. Like Overwatch.
So
say Overwatch has cosmetics. It kind of annoys me, but I'll accept it.
Yeah.
But say Overwatch decided to be paid as it is right now, and also have loot boxes that offer XP boosts, damage boosts, weapons that do more damage.
Example, I guess, would probably be Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon.
Whatever. it was called.
I don't remember.
Breakpoint. I only played it for 2 seconds. I spent $70 on that and put it down.
What a waste of
Yeah, I know. It's a good shooter. I enjoy it shooting. I don't enjoy anything else on it though. So I'm probably.
Was it worth $70?
No.
Is the real
It
point.
wasn't meant to be $70. I didn't have the games that were on the list to bring it down to $30.
So you go back home.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I just
I know.
decided I'll fucking buy it. Yeah, no, it's they got like a weird. Oh, what they have them time savers or something. Is that what they're called?
I think that's what
Where
they
it's like-
labelled them.
Yeah, time savers basically lets you get. Say you're playing with your friend, you're like level 1, he's like level 40. You get to purchase a time saver to progress to level 40, or halfway about. I don't know if you can go straight
Can
to
you
level
do that?
40. Apparently, that's what the time saver is. Saves time for trying to level up.
I'll bring that up.
Bring it up.
Come on, Jamie.
I think someone mentioned it. I think Bethesda was doing the same thing. Don't quote me on that.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me, he says.
I'm so fucking tired. I don't know what I'm talking about after.
Ghost Recon Wildlands microtransactions. I know they did label them time savers. I didn't know it was that bad. Like you could level
Well,
up.
supposedly
just by
that's
paying.
what it was.
I know you could buy guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's look at this Reddit post. With this new update, it's 100% clear that the dev team couldn't give a rat's about the community. Sounds like someone's a bit annoyed. Blah, 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 blah. Greedy bastards. Here, you wanted a gun, $20, please. Oh, and you wanted the new Season 2 pass free? Oh, and feel sure? I don't know what he's saying. But it'll cost you a third of the price of the game itself. That.
You know, whereas Wildlands was cool. I mean, they had all these not cities, but like little shanty areas and stuff like that. Oh no, they had a couple of like little city kind of things on the go. Breakpoint doesn't have that. It's basically science labs here and there, and there's like I think like some kind like civilians would be people that work there.
Yeah.
And it really took away from a lot of everything because it was cool before. Well, I'd actually traded in to go get Wildlands. It's essentially the same thing, other than a couple of things here and there, which is basically throwing mud on yourself to kind of cover you up in some of the shooting and whatnot.
I think I actually typed in the wrong game.
Probably.
I keep getting confused too. It's Breakpoint, isn't it?
Yeah.
My main problem, I think what they're saying is anyway, because I think that actually took me to a different article in relation to Breakpoint anyway, is that Breakpoint doesn't actually allow you to level up very easily, like what you said, but it does allow you to buy guns, which just allow you to complete missions that you're not supposed to be completing as fast or as easy as you are.
It's like
which allows you to level up faster.
You can go kill, and I apologise if I say it wrong, John Berthnell.
I think that's his name.
I think it's
John Bernthal or John Berthnell. I don't know.
I think it's John Berthnell. You can kill him like immediately.
Yeah,
I've seen that. It takes it's like 10 minutes. He's on a bike riding back to the base, and you just kill him. But I've seen bits of the story, and it seems, personal opinion, it seems pretty generic. I've seen it before.
Yeah. It looks like the generic army story. Oh no, bad guy.
It's essentially this one guy went rogue, and now he's attacking like the American Spec Ops kind of thing. There's 100 movies of it. You know?
Yeah,
pretty much.
There's a movie at least once a year, like a big blockbuster movie.
Yeah,
and it's nothing.
It was essentially it was like Call of Duty Ghost. Yeah. That
I agree. How did we get here from
Half-Life?
Half-Life?
I don't know, man.
We went from Half-Life.
We're talking about microtransactions.
But how did we get to microtransactions from Half-Life Alyx?
Oh, beats me. We'll find it in the edit. Yeah, something like that.
We should probably move on from Half-Life Alyx. It looks pretty good.
We went on Cyberpunk, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, but how did we get to there, though?
Because they open up same weekend or like a weekend apart.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do they, though?
Apparently so.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah. This is where we find
I'm
out
not
Brad's
100%
been,
confident.
This is when
on
we
that.
find out Brad's been talking the whole time.
I don't know if this guy's legit. Who am I working with?
Half-Life
Half-Life Alyx
professional.
release date is March 2020.
What's
Now,
Cyberpunk?
here's where you see Brad his pants.
Shit, look at his face right now.
16th of April. Okay, it's pretty close. It's within the month.
Within the month, yeah.
April. Oh, wait, that is correct.
Might
It's
not
January,
be,
February,
it still
March.
might not be as bad
April.
as we're thinking though. But at the same time,
I don't think any of them have a solid concrete date.
no.
They're just months.
They can easily be pushed back. Just
I
like the Last
guarantee
of
you
Us
they're
2.
going to be pushed back. I wouldn't. If Half-Life Alyx isn't pushed back, I'm going to give Valve a clap.
Yeah, they might as well just might as well just bring it out on a PS5 at that point. Which what,
I think most of these games coming out.
what did
should be
Last
on
of Us 2
PS5.
get pushed to?
I don't know. I'll bring it
Because
up.
supposedly the PS5. Well, apologies, the newer consoles. Yeah, no, Last of Us 2 is exclusive. Sorry,
Let's make sure I'm getting the right date.
PS5 comes out next Christmas or something like that.
Does 29th of May 2020 sound correct to you?
Yeah,
Or does that
Because it
sound
was
like a date
February-
prior to the pushback?
it was February originally.
Wasn't it something prior originally? Wasn't it in like 2018 originally?
Supposedly it was going to be 2019, but didn't have a release
Oh yeah,
date for 2019. Then they said it would be February 2020. Then it got pushed.
Yeah, let's just go with 29th of May 2020 because
Sweet.
I couldn't be bothered looking any further.
And then as soon
I
as the
think that's
PS5
correct.
drops, I guarantee they'll probably remaster.
Yeah.
There's really, I don't think
That's
you can
one of the
remaster
main
much.
problems with me. I don't know whether I want to buy it.
No,
Or
what
if
I'm
I
going
want
to do
to
is I'm
wait.
just going to buy the standard edition, and I'll play it. And when PS5 comes out and I buy PS5, I'll just buy that with that, and then sell off the. Yeah. I mean,
Sell
you
the
don't really
original.
need to because it's going to be all backwards
backwards
compatible
compatible.
anyway.
But it'll have like more advantages on a PS5
Yeah.
edition than on a PS4.
Yeah. Whereas they did when they released.
It's basically like, well, it will be called this anyway. It'll be a remaster, as opposed to actually just playing your original PS4
Yeah,
disc.
but it was like Last of Us normal remaster, where the only thing, like, not that much on it because it was still good, but the only thing it had was the DLCs, the documentary, and that you could uncap the 30 frames.
That was the only thing it needed for me.
It's pretty much the only thing that.
Like-
the same thing will be when they drop it on PS5.
Pretend for right now that the PS4 was backwards compatible,
Yeah.
and they allowed you to play your PS3 version of Last of Us. It would not have the option
No.
to disable a frame rate cap or have any improved features.
Yeah.
But if you got the PS4 version, you would still have those features
Yeah. Exactly.
because it's actually on that version.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an updated version because you put in your disc. But for the PS5, they're actually going to still have the backwards compatibility. But if they're going to remaster a game, they're not going to help you out by
Yeah.
having an old PS3 version of a game.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the
Sales.
upgraded PS5 version of that remastered game.
Yeah.
Okay, we should probably move on from Half-Life Alyx and whatever else we're talking about.
Yeah, I will meant to do that beforehand. We totally just
Yeah. How are we doing on time?
What do we got?
23 minutes in.
Alright, cool. And side note, I got a new Tinder match. Well,
Who? What's her name?
someone's getting unlucky tonight. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Good on you, Elizabeth. How does Elizabeth like the new Black Widow trailer?
Oh well, I reckon the new Black Widow trailer looks sick. I really was doubting this movie because it's like for me what Wonder Woman was. It was set before it all, and it's like, okay, I know where she ends up though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll watch it, but at the same point,
It's a prequel,
I'm
so
not
I
gonna,
know what happens.
I'm not going to be like sitting on the edge of my seat, being like, "Oh my god, what's going to happen?" She's not. There's no point in trying to play it off like she might die because she's not going to die.
Don't put her in dire situations
This
where you're
is-
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, what's going to happen?" Because
This
I
is
already
my
know she
issues,
lives.
And this is my issue with the new Wonder Woman movie. It's set in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, I know. Like, can you just put it in present day so
Yeah.
something might actually happen
Don't
to
get
her?
me wrong; it's probably still going to be cool to watch. But I mean, who knows? Disney for me, at this point in time is
Kind of.
they're just.
Sorry, Disney. I'm joking.
I mean, I haven't watched the new Aquaman, but I heard good things. Although it obviously looks like just an action comedy. It looks pretty funny. I'm actually kind of keen to watch it. But obviously Joker was amazing. But that's the only thing I'm keen for with DC, other than its comics, is the DC Dark, which will be interesting to see.
The first Disney thing, like, they're too scared to do anything different.
Pretty much. But it's the same. I mean, I guess the formula works for Marvel. But back to Marvel. Marvel is the same shit, different smell. I still love the movies.
I don't think Black Widow is going to be too special.
It's not going to change anything because it's set just before Infinity War and just
it is
after
purely
Civil War.
filler.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm still keen to have a look because it looks quite interesting, but I know how it's going to go down. There's going to be explosions, probably buildings on fire. Play it off like someone might die because you obviously don't see.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if David Harbour.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if his character dies, or at least her sister. The surprise announcement in the trailer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them die, or both of them die, or everyone that is in relation to her dies.
Hence why they never kind of came back.
Yeah, they never announced prior. Well, actually, that's a pretty random thing that they never announced prior. Why doesn't she work with them? I'm sure that'll be explained in the movie, but
yeah. No, certain things about Marvel these days just make me feel a bit.
Yeah, they're kind of following their own formula too much.
Yeah, and at the same time though, it's like, I mean, no, they have plenty of places to go, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, do we really need to keep it rolling?
I feel like they're investing way too much. Like,
I'm saying they're racking in a lot of money.
Yeah, they have enough money to invest in too much. Yeah. They've got all their Disney Plus shows coming out. They've got all their movies.
I got Disney Plus the other week and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I've only watched a handful of things.
It's actually the next topic coming up.
Well, there you go, segue.
Yeah, I know. What a segue.
Obviously watched The Mandalorian and you've seen the 4 episodes and really enjoying it. Loving Baby Yoda, of course.
He has watched the 4th episode. I'm still behind.
I'm trying not to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. Not that it really has anything to spoil, but still.
At this point, if you haven't even seen the memes, I'm very surprised.
I'm pretty sure
most of them.
There was an article IGN's just released that will not be in 2nd season.
That's a spoiler, bro.
It's IGN's fault, not mine.
I don't know. It sounds like a you problem.
Shut the I don't know. I haven't really watched anything on there other than that. Dumbo. Oh,
this guy using Disney Plus for the right things.
Yeah, keeping the PG.
The weird thing about Disney Plus for me is I don't know if this is still current, but when Disney Plus launched, I saw something about it 2 days later that Australian Disney Plus, which is really odd, that it had more content. Only a little bit, than American Disney Plus, which is very odd, considering Netflix and everything else America has usually surpasses Australia by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
It's just so much better.
Have you had it? I know some of our friends have had experience of it just lagging.
On Disney Plus?
Yeah, the picture will freeze and kind of jolt and then the audio just keeps going. Happened by 10 minutes apparently.
I've had a bunch of problems where it just doesn't play. I haven't had any audio or jolting problems.
I've had it and then it kind of resets itself about a minute later. So I'm not hugely fast.
Usually when it does it,
because it will do it once,
just give up.
Per video kind of thing.
I'll just put on a movie at that point and I'll just completely exit the app and just put on an actual physical disc.
Yeah, fair enough.
At this point, I prefer physical discs still.
Same.
I don't think I'll ever not prefer physical discs.
If I see a good deal on the Blu-rays and stuff like that, or something that's on the Netflix, I'll probably just pick that up.
Even just in general, having the cover to something feels better.
Yeah. Sorry.
What the f*** are you laughing at, bro?
No, I there's an almost pass for ASMR. I swear to God.
Hey.
I'm even... It's me.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just had to...
It's a bit
Is
weird.
my mic even on? Oh, no. Sorry, the
It
pop...
better be.
The pop filter made it look like it wasn't on. And now they've got that continue watching thing
Oh,
for Disney Plus. Thank God.
why they didn't add that prior
I thought that
is
would
a
have
damn mystery to me.
been... Yeah, I thought that would have been a go-to thing.
It's like how the Call of Duty hasn't added still even, but like it should have been in there at launch, and it's still not in there. The map voting system in a Call of Duty game. Why is that not in there?
No, that's one thing that very bugs me.
I feel like
I'm sick,
every Call of Duty game has had map
I'm
voting.
sick of doing ground war.
The same map on
two
ground
maps,
war.
It's that same bloody quarry map.
I never get that map. I always get the city.
I want the city.
I just want the quarry. You want to switch?
No, yeah, pretty much. That'd be sick. Because the quarry, I can't shoot. Sorry, I got hiccups. Pretty much. Oh,
Jordan. Yeah, but for one thing, I don't know. Should we talk about Call of Duty or should we talk about Disney?
Fuck Call of Duty.
Yeah, fuck Call of Duty.
No,
it's a pretty good game. The new Modern Warfare deserves some praise.
Simpsons after Disney, isn't it? So basically, it got debunked that.
We didn't even finish the Black Widow trailer, man. We're
gives a
doing
shit?
horrible.
Dude,
a couple minutes ago, you were saying how good the Black Widow trailer looks.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good.
It looks good, but I don't really want to talk about it past that.
Another thing is I'm sick of seeing teaser trailer and it's almost 3 minutes long.
Oh.
A teaser trailer. This is what this is
a
what
teaser trailer is like a minute.
Hang on. This is what this is what a teaser trailer is, right? A teaser trailer is when it comes up and it comes up with the titles or it comes up with some kind of like background thing. You know what a perfect one is? The Walking Dead for the movie, that Rick movie.
That is a teaser trailer.
That is
whether it's going to be a good movie or not, that is a teaser
trailer. That's a teaser trailer. This was the trailer. And I know it's a small thing, but it bugs me so much that they will sit there and call it teaser trailer because it's like 2.5 minutes long.
I basically know the plot of the movie. I'd hate to see the official trailer.
Yeah.
Because I already know what it is, so I don't want to see the trailer. Yeah, because you're going to reveal way too much. Because I already know way too much.
She's dead. But
dude, you can't say that.
Well,
some people might not have seen Endgame.
Oh, I don't care. They've had enough time to watch it. Came out in April.
Yeah.
Jeez,
to be honest,
I feel like it came out like 2 months ago, man.
If you guys have any problem with spoilers in relation to like movies that are about a year old,
put it this way: if it's about a month,
don't fucking bother.
Yeah, if it's about a month fresh, okay, maybe not even a month, a couple of weeks at least. Yeah,
I'd say a month. Give him a month.
About a month. About a month for that TV show. We could go less, but who cares?
Unless we specifically state that like more time will be given for a spoiler ban.
We'll put it this way: we'll let you know if we're going to say something about spoilers.
So you can at least bail out prior.
Yeah, just like and subscribe.
Well, we didn't do it just then.
Yeah,
but in the future,
we're still a little fresh.
Yeah.
No, The Simpsons, apparently they debunked the fact that they're going to be stopping.
Yeah, I don't know where that rumour came from.
Matt Groening, Danny Elfman, the music.
Oh, yeah, Danny Elfman.
He said it. But Matt Groening said it years ago.
That it wasn't ending or
no, that it was ending. Because apparently we're seasons behind America.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're only like one. I don't know about in...
years ago we were like 3 seasons behind them.
Probably on TV, in terms of like normal television we are.
Yeah.
But on Disney Plus, we're on season 29. And unless you Americans are on like season 33...
We might be up to date then.
I'm pretty sure Americans are on you American people.
You American people?
What do you mean you people?
What do you mean you people?
I'm pretty sure you guys are on season 30. Let me just double check.
Well, I mean, if it's on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus, but we're only up to season 29 on Disney Plus. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, season 30 is out.
It's out, is it?
It's fully out.
Oh, okay.
Season 31 is on here as well. Season 31 is currently going. The last episode that came out was in the 1st of December 2019.
Yeah.
So 3 days ago, for Australians at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should probably point out at the time of recording this podcast, it is the 4th of December in Australia.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do.
What? Point it
I was
out?
meant to say it was the 4th.
Yeah. So, it's also nighttime. It's about 10 p.m. Whether you give a shit about that or not.
Really, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But, back to The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Looks like we're pretty much on track with where Americans are at.
I am curious as to when they are gonna.
I don't want them to.
No, neither.
Whether how Simpsons is now or not.
I don't
Because
know.
I've heard a lot of people have problems with The Simpsons. I haven't watched many new episodes.
For me, Simpsons has never really, not that I've always kept up, but Simpsons has never really missed a beat for me.
Apparently they're too political now.
Yeah, but they've always taken their jabs.
Yeah, but apparently they don't take jabs anymore.
Oh, they're just straight up.
They're just like really in there on the
It's what's
arse of
relevant, really.
the government.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I think I was going to say something, and it's just straight
Going
out of my ear.
mind.
I don't know what I was going to say.
In one ear and out the other. You
Pretty
didn't
much.
even say it.
What's next?
What's next, bro? Going too fast.
Going too fast.
We've got Resident Evil 3.
I never played that one growing up. Oh no, I think I played a mission, but that was about it. Nemesis, right?
I didn't play many of them growing up.
I played the second one, the third one, the
I probably got
bit
too scared.
the sixth one, but six was all I know is I think they go back to Raccoon City.
In the third one?
Yeah.
Were we in Raccoon City in the second
I'm
one?
pretty sure we're in Raccoon City in the second one.
Why are we going back?
Because I think that's how they all meet. Or most of them at least.
So it's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
Yeah.
Was that the original?
Yeah.
Is it still called that?
Yeah.
Or is it called Biohazard Nemesis? Or is that just the like
Biohazard's the what they call it in Japan? I don't know. I think that's what
that's up to you whether you're being like insensitive.
Just being flat out racist.
No, let's be honest. It's okay. It's okay getting the wrong country.
And saying that though, I mean, who cares?
But
I mean, no, sorry, I was about the title. About the title.
You're making it worse.
Who cares about the title? Biohazard, still a cool title, right?
So the main point of this Resident Evil 3 discussion is the fact that the box art, well, not box art, but the actual cover art, or at least for the digital versions, has been shown. And I'm going to be honest, it looks pretty good. It kind of just looks like a...
It looks like a classic one.
Yeah, it doesn't look too special, but... It
Put
looks
it this
alright.
way.
You've got the guy at the top.
They could have the
creepy,
exact
don't know
same
who he is,
graphics, the exact same gameplay for the third one, and I'd be...
as the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake.
Exact same graphics as the one from the PS.
Yeah.
PS1, actually.
Instead, have you got that skin in Resident Evil 2 where you can play as your PS1?
Yeah, I haven't got it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. Do it, daddy.
But, boy,
Play bucket.
in terms of actual cover art, I reckon it looks pretty generic.
I don't think that'll be our one though.
Yeah, we should probably say that. Half the time, we don't get the cover art you guys get. A lot of the time we do. I'd say probably 60 to 70. But a lot of the time it'll either get censored or just turned into a completely different cover art.
Yeah.
It's the same with movies. Maybe the cover art doesn't get changed, but the rating will. Even though we're getting the same movie, because I'm pretty sure we got the R rating pass ages ago. I'm going to say 12 years ago.
Oh, a while ago.
Yeah, it was ages. But a lot of movies that still come out, for example, Logan. What else was this rated R? It.
Oh,
a lot of movies that are rated R. Joker.
And they're rated R over there, but we got the MA.
Get MA.
I don't think they've got MA over there.
Yeah, I don't know if what countries get what ratings, but here we've got R18 plus MA, which is 15 plus, and then we've got.
I don't know if they do the M15 plus anymore.
For us, it's not even M15 plus. It's just M recommended for mature audiences, which could be like a 2-year-old.
When we were kids, we had M15 and just M. It was really confusing.
We don't have PG-13, which I don't know how actual relevant that is in American society. But we don't have PG-13. We've just got PG and G after M, and that's pretty much it. We don't really get any other ratings. We've got X, I guess, if you want to go into the porn. But
I was going to say, I'm like,
don't say it! But back to Resident Evil 3.
No, I was going to say, I'm like, hang on a second.
How do we go? What are we talking about? So we've got actually 2 cover arts.
Oh, do we?
I'll show you that. I'll just turn it around.
Just yeet my microphone. Oh, yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Sorry, people. Probably a weird noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but probably just disconnected a microphone too. But
no, mine's alright.
Yeah, mine's it. So the 2 cover arts, we've got the guy at the back. I know people are gonna
it's Mr.
If anyone actually listened to this, they'd go wild at the fact that I don't know who the that is at the back.
The dude with the long black hair.
No, the
Mr. X.
Is that Mr. X?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What happened to him? I haven't finished Resident Evil 2.
I can't remember if it was something to do
with
it. Well, no, it wouldn't. I don't think it would be a clone because he would just come back as his normal form.
Spoilers.
I think he just. I think it came out last year.
Yeah, I'm saying for the people.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
Oh, right. I don't care.
For the people who aren't watching us.
I'm trying to be a total hypocrite right now. Yeah, no, what, he blew up in the end. I can't remember what happened.
I don't know. I haven't played it.
Something happened. I think I blew him up with a rocket launcher or some shit.
You or everyone? Is that like a scripted thing to happen?
Yeah, it's a scripted thing to happen.
Okay.
And then he blew up, but I think he just straight back together again.
Straight back what?
I don't know.
What the happened?
I'm so tired. I don't know anymore. Yeah, so he jellos back together.
So that guy in Resident Evil 3 that I'm looking at right now, on the sort of hovering above these 2
Mr.
characters.
X.
And he's got some pipes in him.
Yeah. He's kind of like a Frankenstein.
I'm sure most people have a problem with how I'm describing him right now.
Probably, yeah. The people that are listening, that is.
Yeah. I'll just preface this
will probably listen for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I know.
Turn it off prior to anything actually happening. But if you got this far, congratulations.
Got nothing for you, but thanks.
I've completely forgotten what I'm going to say.
Something about Mr. X.
Yeah. That was a cough.
What was the... next?
We've only got one more.
What's the other one? How long have we been recording for?
Let me check. 43 minutes.
Oh, not bad. Good time, not bad.
Not bad.
I know what we're talking about.
Wait.
Stadia. Fucking Stadia.
Before we move on to Stadia, though, because I've got a lot of problems with Stadia.
Yeah.
Just, what do you think about Resident Evil 3? Do you think it'll be a game? Do you think it'll be a good game?
No, a lot of people seem to ask for it. So, I mean, I didn't really know if it's...
But are they asking for it because of how good Resident Evil 2 went?
Oh, no, a lot of the people I saw actually grew up playing it. And apparently everyone loved it. I played a mission of it. And I never really heard about it after this. To me, it seems like a cult kind of following, but who knows, really.
I know Resident Evil 4 is, praised as the best one.
And then you got 5.
Which that is probably going to be going after.
Well, I hope it is. I was actually hoping it would go now. But if they did 2, then 4, it's weird. It's
like what Final Fantasy is doing.
But they're busting them out pretty alright. So
Final Fantasy is...
yeah, they got that new... I don't even
from
know
memory,
what
they're
is.
I can't quote... Don't quote me on this. But they've done remakes left, right, and center. Don't. But most of the remakes they do aren't in order.
Oh, okay.
they've got like a remake of this one. They've got a remake of that one.
Yeah.
But it's sort of just like what's in popular demand. People wanted a remake of that. People wanted a remake of that. People wanted a remake of that. It's not remake 1, 2, 3, 4. It's remake 2. I don't know how many Final Fantasy games there are. 7, 12.
I think I'm pretty sure there's a fucking lot.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a series I kind of wanted to get into.
I've tried.
I'm trying to word this correct. Mainly the stuff that obviously we follow is like, oh jeez, so glad we get to edit it. It's not live streamed. Western civilized. Oh, okay. Western civilized, almost like the most out there games I've probably played from overseas would be like Silent Hills, and like Metal Gear Solid.
So you mean more like...
I want to play a really out there game, which is like either Kingdom Hearts, which I actually will play.
If you remember a game called Bayonetta, or
yes, no, I never played.
Devil May Cry is sort of similar to that.
Yeah, Devil May Cry is definitely similar. Bayonetta I never played, but I had seen a fair bit for.
I think I
didn't bother.
Rented it from a Blockbuster. Remember those days?
Shout out to Blockbuster. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no, there's only 2 series that I wanted to get into, and that was Kingdom Hearts. Or at least the third one. The third one looked really fun to play. And Final Fantasy seemed interesting as just a new story game to kind of get into. Not new, but for me.
I feel like for Kingdom Hearts, I'd try to get into it, but I'm too set in my ways. No. I'm just too set in my ways that, like, games like in that art style, not even the art style, just the gameplay style.
Yeah.
Sort of like hack and slash and that sort of shit.
Hack and slash, almost like
I can't get into it anymore.
Bandicoot meets Ratchet and Clank.
They're sort of the same game.
Kind of the same, yeah.
Like, Devil May Cry I've tried to get into. I think I didn't mind it.
I never played it, but I think it was Toby who was talking about it. He said it was a pretty good series, or up to a point. I think it was him. Or someone was talking about it. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's a series I actually wanted to get into, but I was going to play not the last one, the one before it that a lot of people had issues with. I think they tried to reboot it, and it bugged a lot of people, so I didn't end up bothering with it.
Remasters,
yes. Can I just say, and I know a lot of people might be salty over this, and that's fine. It's coming. I think the worst remaster. Now this is out of games remasters that I've played. Remasters, the worst one would have to be Skyrim.
He did.
Don't get me wrong, I love playing it, but it's even on par with Last of Us, really. There's nothing different.
What did I argue with about this, like, yesterday?
To me,
I said something else was a worse remaster.
Oh, probably.
I'll remember it soon.
To me, Skyrim, the only thing to me that's different is the environment, which is cool and all. I think you can add the little mods, or for console, there's a limited amount of mods.
If you're on PS4, there's kind of none.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I tried going back and playing it not long ago, and I just couldn't do it. You're holding your head like, and there goes whatever fan base we were going to have.
Our fan base likes Skyrim, man.
Yeah, I know, but
the 0 people who are watching, they love it.
Yeah. No. The hell is that?
It's a TV in the other room.
Oh, is it? Oh,
this isn't a private setting, okay?
Yeah, no, we're sitting in Jordan's Mrs. garage next to our room.
Mrs. Oh, whoops. Sorry, microphone. Oh no. I've got to tighten the microphone. 1 sec, guys.
Uh-oh. The hell's going on?
I think it's this.
Oh.
It's not this.
Wouldn't know.
Don't worry. We're going to take a quick pee break. And then we'll get right back into it while I fixed my microphone stand. I don't know why I switch between American accents. But For the record, I'm not American.
Alright, so we're back from our pee break that we didn't actually pee. We spent the entire time fixing his phone stand.
It took
It was $20. What did we expect, really?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not even going to fault the company. I'm pretty sure that was our fault.
Probably. Well, I mean, your fault. Shut the f***. Anyway, next thing we wanted to talk about was Stadia, actually.
This is the
Stadia,
final topic.
Stadia is the one that hooks... I mean, they all hook up to your TV, but it's like just your smart TV, right?
It's not just your smart. You can play it on your phone.
Really?
You can play like Red Dead Redemption 2 and on your phone. You need a controller, but you can play the screen. Your phone is the screen.
Ew.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Phone wires, ew.
But the point is, you can play it. It's just streamed.
I don't like the idea of Stadia. Oh, I don't care. I'm not the one who's playing it. But it's just the whole Bethesda.
I don't think many people are playing it.
Which is the you pay for the game, and then you got to pay for the service.
That's all the games on there, though. Red Dead.
No.
I don't even know what games are on the service. Let's have a quick look-see.
I don't even know how much you have to pay. It can't be any worse than Bethesda.
I don't think the actual subscription cost is that bad. I know the console cost is...
Still, you
I don't
shouldn't
even know
have
if
to
you
pay
can
for
get
the
it in
console and the
Australia.
game.
I know the US cost is $130 for the console.
Yeah.
Then you have a
convert it
subscription,
over here.
and then you have to pay for the games.
Yeah. Did you hear Amazon is going to start
Start
doing consoles and games?
That's not even surprising somehow.
Yeah. Well, that's what's been spoken about.
Stadia is available in 14 countries, but isn't available in your country yet. What a shocker.
What a shocker.
But let's just find what we can. Because it's kind of relevant to literally everyone but Australians.
Mm.
So it's $130. Then you've got pricing. Let's just look that up. $9.99 a month for the Pro tier, which gives you 4K 60. No, it doesn't.
Apparently it doesn't.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Or that's the issue at the moment.
Yeah. You can test your connection to see if it meets it. It won't. So you've got... what games are the lineup? Games lineup is... So we've got Attack on Titan 2, Borderlands 3, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Destiny 2. Whoops. Opened up an ad. You've got Red Dead 2, Mortal Kombat 11. So the point is they've got big titles.
Mm.
Big titles launching on this new service. But they're not working too well. Now, why aren't they working too
well? Why are you looking at me? I'm just pissed off about the service and how the 4K 60 ain't working. Even though that's what people are paying for. Along as well as the service and the game.
They're paying for it, but they're not getting it. They're not getting it through no fault of their own.
Mm.
Stadia is promising stuff that they can't provide.
Pretty much.
But from what they've said, it's kind of like indirectly blaming the developers.
Yeah.
When
that's
the main problem
that's
is
another
with them.
thing. They're blaming developers for some of the games I got. Didn't someone said like Tomb Raider was on there? And that's like a 7-year-old game. They're not really gonna keep up on it now.
Is it the original Tomb Raider? Like not the original, but like
the first lot of this trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
And they're cracking on about that.
I feel like Stadia can't blame the developers.
No, they can't.
When every developer is having the same problem.
Mm.
Kind of seems like a them problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Google needs to fix their own service prior to actually blaming developers.
Mm.
But yeah. the Stadia launch lineup and how it's performing isn't doing too good, they should
probably, if they want to stay in business.
I don't think they...
No, they won't.
I guarantee you within the next 3 months, they give up.
Yeah.
Stadia is nothing but a thing of the past. And it never comes back.
Well, on that note, because Stadia has bored me to tears, I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm going to go sleep.
This guy.
After spending ages trying to get this thing going. Well, just a quick word from our sponsor also. Alright, thanks for that. Okay, no worries. So we're going to leave it now. We are the Lunchbox Loungers. And good night.
Good night.